Hey, welcome back to Stationeers. Uh, I'm trying to build a space station or something of the sort.
Oxygen critical.
Um, so I just tied up the space, right? So and then I'm working on the power, and then there's some gases there. I just laid out the structure, pretty simple, right? So crusher for water, and then a nitrogen line, then a crusher for nitrous oxide, and also the nitrogen line because everything has nitrogen, right? Uh, on the nitrogen, not nitrogen, on the nitrous side. So I have this not connected yet because of how annoying nitrous is, right? So even at very low temperature, it requires like 800 kPa. And at the beginning, you have barely no liquid, so you have a lot of nitrogen, so it will push the nitrous down. It will heat up the nitrous, and then but then immediately gonna evaporate inside the pipe and gonna cool down and gonna go way below 20, which is the minimum, right here. And then when you finally have enough to have some liquid, it will freeze and then I'm gonna blow up the pipe. So I have only those two pipes there to see if that will at least work, right? And then as I get a lot of, then I add one more pipe, and then finally the tank. So I don't blow up this. And you get so little from each nitrous thing that is really annoying. Unless you add a heater there and then you keep heating it up. But that's annoying. Then when you have finally start getting liquid, now you have to cool it down again. It's a pain. So I have those filtration here, right? So since everything has nitrogen in it, right? So water has nitrogen, this has nitrogen, oxygen has nitrogen. So I just have nitrogen filters. That's the easiest thing you can do, really. Right. So water will have nitrogen, nitrous will have nitrogen, so I get out the nitrogen. I will program this one to not run when there is liquid nitrous here, but if somehow it gets a little bit, it will be pushed down here and it will turn on this pressure and just to push it back there. Oxygen and then volatiles. Well, there isn't much you can say about volatiles, right? It's just crush volatiles. That's it. So I guess I already crushed a little bit of volatiles. So I did mining. I did a lot of mining. You can see like a lot of rock here is gone. The rock is like much bigger than I was expecting. There is not much ores though. Oh, the sun is terrible. There is a bunch of ice, but barely any ores, right? You can see from what I have here. So ice is not a problem, well, at least on this rock, right? But ores are being annoying. So I still didn't use any mods so far. I just playing the game normally. But once I run out of ores, then I might start printing on some. We'll see. Okay, so was I going to... So I don't want to do any programming or anything specific out of camera, right? So just need to make you nitrogen, right? So everything is nitrogen. This is orange because that's mixed. This is pure nitrogen, yeah. So I have two ships here, one for that one and one for this one. I program this real fast and the airlock here, and then we can test it. It will be very simple code, just to turn the filtration on and off and not running when there is liquid there. Right, so if I clear this, start with the nitrogen for nitrous, Right, so this one I wanted to control the pressure in there, so we're gonna have a alias pressure 0 start yield jump to start. Basic stuff. So let's handle the pressure first. So for the pressure, you just need to know if I have something on my waste pipe, which is output 2, right? So load from the B output 2. That's not how you do it. Load R0 from the B output 2. Isn't output 2? I already forgot already. Filtration. Come on. Then I should have a search on this. Ratio output, pressure output 2. Yeah, it's not only output 2, right? Yeah. Pressure output 2. Right, so if you're wondering, there is an input, right? The input is only 1, and then you have forward the output 1, but then you also have on the top the output 2, which if you look at if you just hover the output, it will show like waste or filtrations, whatever. Anyways, come on. So saves greater than 0 or 0 or 0. So if I have anything there, just turn it on. So save pressure on R0. So that's the waste done. So now I'm gonna load slot into R0 from the B0 quantity, right? And then also load R1 is slot 1 quantity, then we add into R0, R0, R1, and save greater than R0, 1, right? So if we have something in the filtration, we can run it. Otherwise, we're gonna use this as to not run the filtration. What else? Now that I loaded this, I'm gonna check if I have something in the input, right? Load into R1 from the B pressure input and save greater than 0 on R1. So this will tell me if I have something in the input. I don't want to blow up stuff, so I'm gonna do a check on both sides. Actually, I could load this on R2 because I'm gonna read again here, right? Now I don't need to read again here. And then I can use, so R1 will be my input, R2 my output 2. Just to be concise, right? Let's do like this, okay. So then I can do loading R2, dB pressure output. So this is output 1 and this is output 2. Then do save greater than 0, R2. No, I want to say save is less than, because I don't want to blow up the pipe, right? So pressure input, I just need to know if something is in there. Pressure on the output, I want to know if the value, which is R2, is less than 45. Yeah, and same here. So my R3 will be saved less than R3, 345. using 45 because I hate the sound the pipes does when they're above 48 megapascals, right? So they start to make that noise. Although it's in space, we never hear anything. That's why I always use 45. You can go all the way to 47 point something, but I like to use from the 5 to 7 like a safety for other stuff to open, right? So this is the normal range of work, 0 to 45, and then usually I have like valves and something to flush out excess if I go like above 47, right? You can go all the way to 59 if you want, right? Because they blow up only on 60, right? But just because I hate the sound, I kept mine everything as below 48. Anyways, okay. So now it's just a matter of combine everything together and set the idle mode, right? So it will be save db mode into whatever. So for this to run, this and this needs to be below, right? So 2 and 3 needs to be combined. So I can just do say and R2 and R3. So now R2 has the combination of those two. I also need to have something in R1, right? So I can also combine this and R1 and R2. Now all this is combined. Now I just also need to have something in my filters. And R1, R0 and R1. And that's pretty straightforward, just a bunch of fans. And now I just say run it. That should be all I need for my first one, which is the nitrogen and nitrous. Oh no, that's not it. Yeah. I don't want to run it if I have any liquids, right? So I also want to, so I do all this, then I know if I want to run yes or no. Now we're gonna do an extra check. Load into R1 from ratio nitrous oxide at the input, and then I load into R2 ratio of liquid nitrous oxide and input, right? So and then add R1, R2, and then if I have any liquids, I don't want this run. So save if is equal to 0, right? R1 has to be 0. If it has anything there, this will be not equal to 0. So I can just do an AND here, and R0 and R1, and that will not run if I have any. Okay, perfect. A tiny amount might be filtered out, like I said before, right? Between each yield, but doesn't matter. Then the purge valve the pressure valve will turn on and then move that. Okay, that should be all the safety I need for this one.
Power low.
And then I can export. I can change my power here. Since I'm here, do this. I need to refilter my oxygen because last time I dropped carbon dioxide here, now it's a mess. So export. So this is for the first one. For the second one should be much easier, right? So I don't need nothing at the input. So I don't have this line here. So we're gonna still load quantity. I still gonna check if I have something in the input. I'm still gonna check if my output's not gonna blow up. I just don't do this. And that should be all I need. So first, second. So they're in sequence, right? First, second.
Oxygen low. Oxygen critical.
It's not critical. Yeah, it might be a lot of carbon dioxide there. Anyway. So my concern here is this guy freezing up. That's my only concern. So you going to have the first ship, and on the 0 I need to set pressure and valve. Yeah, there's the only pressure and valve here, so that's easy enough. Ooh, I'm missing my labeler. Now I know what I have an empty space here. Yeah. That should be all I need for this one. So I should be able to just turn it on, and then it should go to idling. Well, not idling because there's stuff in there. This is empty. This is filtering out, so this is pushing here, which is fine. It won't blow up because there is a safety. There is nitrogen here because I throw water there. So water is low pressure, right? So 10 kPa, and then water stays as water. Nitros require like 800, right? That's why nitro is that issue. So I just don't know if I throw oxide here, it will blow this guy up. I may just add a tank here just to, because I'm gonna have nitrogen come from there and then from here and then oxygen at the same time, which will create pressure. Also, I might add a pump here on this waste and another pump here on this, just to relieve the pressure from this guy here. Because the machine will work slower when this is low pressure and this is high pressure, right? So, well, yeah, you see. Let's see if I need to do this or not. This is idling already, which means this is already empty. Perfect. And then we have nitrogen on this pipe here. So I should be able to just turn this on without having to do anything, because there's just nitrogen filter here. And it's running, right? And then I just plop the ship there, and the ship will just make it go idle when it's done. And that's it. It's done and should be idling. Perfect. Now for the nitrous thing. So before that, well, let's throw the nitrous here, and then I fix my battery that's flying there. I don't want it to fly. So 50 nitros, go. And while you are melting, I'm going to plop something here. Complete this section here. And I'm gonna be missing one. Okay. So I should be able to now throw this oxide here. So this is still running. The first bit will be scary because it's going to... Can I see the pipes, please? Jeez, why so hard to see the pipe? Yeah, see, it's already negative something. Even with this tiny amount of pipe. So there isn't enough to freeze. That's the good part. And it should start heating up because this is heating up because of all the liquid, right? So liquid form heats up, so that's why it's going up in temperature. Is 30, 31, 32. So it throws hot liquid in here, which should offset this cooling. Yeah, it is offsetting a little bit, but then as soon as it stops liquefying, it's gonna start to cooling again. So it's over. Let's throw more. Let's try to fill this as fast as possible. Yeah, it's cooling. This is the scary part of working with nitrous. Of course, you could just pump something there to keep the pressure, but I don't wanna. I just want to have pure nitrous. Or you control the temperature with something. heat it up when it's cooling too much, and then you cool down when it's heating too much. Either way, guess it's going down enough now. Yeah, I got 800 in pressure. Now that we got 800 in pressure, we're gonna liquefy and then heat up like crazy. The issue is if it heats up too much and then start to evaporate everything. Shouldn't. But since up here we are up to 32 now, yeah. So in a closed system you don't lose temperature, right? So it's released as 15. Then it's heated up here and then goes down colder. In theory, because the heat stay here with the nitrogen. So in theory this should never go above 15 degrees. Should stay below. So I throw 2 stacks of 50. I'm basically checking how much I'm gonna have for each to have an idea of when I can put the tank. So that got rid of all this, and it leave me with 1.5 liters. 1.2 liters. Not much, really. So this should eventually push some. Well, for now I did not see any nitros here, so I didn't check if this was running event from time to time, but well, it doesn't matter. The oxygen is getting there, this is being pumpy here, this is being filling up, that's fine, right? So more liquids. There's 21 megapascals of what? Oh yeah, because this is not running, it's not pushing any nitrous out. Not nitrous, nitrogen. Yeah, but that's what I want, because I want that to liquefy. Okay, I see what's happening. So it's not expelling any nitrous because the pressure here is constant. This guy is not running. So the pipes have some liquid, then this guy doesn't output anything. So as soon as this guy has no liquid, this turns on, which push the gas and the, like both gases, right? Which then liquefy here, and this guy stop. So yeah, I should be getting some nitrous here from every now and then. Let's see if it turns on for a bit of second. Right now it should blink one. No? That doesn't matter. As long as don't get nitrous here, it's fine. So this will be insanely slow because of how poorly the ice crusher push stuff out, and because I'm not constantly running this guy. Maybe I should constantly run this guy. I'm worried that I'm gonna blow this one with too much liquid. It's annoying because it goes as a gas, but then you need to push with the pressure. I need to add some, how you call it, the expansion valve here. Yeah, it's too damn slow because of how this is working. Could speed this up by putting a pump here, but you can't attach a pump direct to the ice crusher. I would have to move it forward a little bit. which then I'm gonna have to move all of them just to look nice. Let's grab a pump. Pretty sure you cannot place a pump direct on any machine, but who knows.
Oxygen low. Oxygen critical.
Yeah, oxygen's fine. Might not be ideal, but it's fine. Yeah, it's gonna take forever. It push a little bit here and then take 20 years to do the filtration. It will definitely push out the nitrous here, condensate, and then blow the pipe if I don't stop when there is liquid here. Even though I have this guy here. Okay, so let's turn you off. What do I want to do? I want to read this, right? Import. So if I don't do this check here,
Hunger caution.
and I just run it, let's see how bad it will be on the waste pipe.
Oxygen low.
Because it's too damn slow waiting this ice crusher to leave a little bit and then wait everything to liquefy and then it release a little bit and then wait and so let's see. Yep, it's definitely building up. The question is, would it be fast enough to do damage? If it's like 1, 5, 10%, I'm perfect fine with it. Yeah, I guess they're gonna leave us this. It's not going crazy. Oh, and then this go because now I'm pushing the gas at high temperature, is going up in temperature, so let me be careful now.
Hydration critical.
Nitrous, I stop being annoying. So okay, so I can go all the way to 100 and something. Oh, that's fine. And I can always connect one more pipe, but that will cool down the system a little bit. Yep, definitely cooling. And it's cooling quite fast, even though we are still injecting hot gas there. So I don't want to connect with this guy yet. I'm gonna wait till we have way more, like 30 liters or something. Then I connect with this guy. Maybe even 50. But I can put this pipe there. So how much? This is 6 liters, right? Just gonna leave straight. $80. Alright, each pipe has 20 liters on it. That's fine. This should be finally going down. It is. So this is going down. This is going down. This is fine. Guess I can just keep going here now. Need a buffer. A way of... The annoying thing on Stationeers is the only buffer you have is a chute system. I don't want to have a giant chute system here. That's the only buffer you can make. Okay, temperature seems stable. Now it's going crazy between 30 and 20. This is 35, that's fine. This is 21. So it should be cooling this now. Oh, it's heating up. It's heating up because I'm forcing gas, which then will have to liquefy, which then increasing temperature. Ooh, is that gonna be an issue? Because moving to the expansion valve, they go as a liquid, right? So then they evaporate. Well, now they won't evaporate, but then they don't heat up even more. Okay, that's kind of safe for now, but this will eventually heat up way too much. Why am I taking damage? Oh, because of water. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I need to make a heat and cooling system. So we are in the space, right? To have heat, you just put a heat radiator in the sun, and that will heat forever. And to cool down, we just put a radiator that's not in the sun. That will cool it down. So I'm thinking if I have a room with radiators, right? And then if I need to heat, I expose them to the sun. And if I need to cool down, I cover it, right? So now they are not exposed to the sun. The only annoying thing about this is there's no way to turn it off. Right, so you are either exposed to the sun or to the vacuum. So how do you turn it off? The only way to turn it off would be to remove the gas from the pipe. I guess that would be a thing. I could have like a pipe segment with a turbo pump and then a valve. The valve will slow down the process. That's annoying. And then a bunch of radiators there. I didn't want to, yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to have like pumps or valves because that slows down everything, because now I have to equalize between two different networks. So like a bunch of radiators with nitrogen pipes that are pretty full. I keep filling up them so they are pretty stable, and I try to keep them at 25 degrees, let's say. And then if they heat up to 26, 27, I expose them to the vacuum. If they are too cold, I expose them to the sun. How do I have not vacuum and not sun? I would have to close it. and
critical.
fill the room with some gas. So that stopped the radiator from working. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a testing on this. Be interesting. So what am I doing? So I'm eating
Hunger caution.
and I'm drinking. I'm gonna throw some just to cool this a little bit. Yeah, I'm definitely heating up the base slowly.
Hunger caution.
Really, I just ate. I guess I don't have enough. Yeah, they are growing poorly because the temperature is too high. I need to cool this place down, so I need to... I guess I just use a portable AC real fast for a little bit. And my pressure is becoming a little bit dangerous now. Well, I have this. There's pollutant in this thing, really? This is cold, right? I could use this. This is also cold. I could use this. This is not cold. Somehow we reach. I was going to say we hit exactly 101 kPa, but then we go to 102. Okay, so let me think on the radiator thing. I'm gonna build something and see how can I manage it, and then I come back. Let me deal with the base situation first before I run out of food. This got bugged up, right? So I can do some small things here. Give me a filtration. Not filtration. I always look for filtration. Yeah, start running on low copper. I smelt like 4 or 5 stacks of copper and I already run out of all of them. So let me also turn off the soup and take it out. I'm gonna do a temporary thing. Kind of running low on space. I guess I can use this space here. So what am I gonna do? I just want to push the gas into some kind of tank. Don't need an atmospheric for that. Atmospheric was to remove the pollutants. I also don't need that. Where's my portable thingy? That would be annoying to find. Portable gas connector. That one. You. And the filter was here. So now I'm gonna manually do something here. Why did I make this atmospheric unit? I have no idea why they made this one. Gonna need later for carbon dioxide. It's the only gas I still don't have. outside the gases that I can mine, but I still need carbon dioxide from somewhere, and I don't have any filter for it. So I'm gonna need that filtration anyway. Or it can be in an AC also. Anyways, focus. What are we doing? We are dealing with pressure and temperature. Yes. Just give me a vent. Then give me a utility. Does it need to be insulated? No, gonna be inside. So put you here. Now it didn't stop, or sometimes it stops, sometimes it doesn't stop. I really don't understand this. It depends on the luck you have on there, where it's processing the tick or not. So that's 3, one more. Should be plenty for now. So this one, this 2, this is where it ends, and of course I need this, right? You have to have some kind of gauge just to look at it. You have to, right? That's mandatory. Yeah, and then the red needs to be on the top. Okay, so I don't have any issues with this gas, right? No, it's perfect gas, so just push it there. My potato is falling for whatever reason. Well, let's eat it. Fun. Let's go down all the way to 50. Or even below 50. Well, I could use this filtration to fix my issue here with my auction. Yeah. I don't want to hand the auction right now because I already have the auction outside, right? But I guess I can do a temporary solution, right? So that's fine. That's also fine. Now, I'll turn you on. First I'm gonna find a battery. And then I'm gonna start open you. Yeah, you are not cold, but whatever. And they don't equalize with the wood anymore. That's interesting. I don't know when they changed this. But okay. That make it easier to deconstruct them. You can be there for now. So now I'm gonna do a quick save. Because I never did this before. Okay, it doesn't do anything because the pressure is not enough. Did add liquid and then now evaporating. That should help me cool this place down. Is all the pollutants gone? I guess they are. We're gonna have to push even more oxygen here. If I want this place to really be cold. So pollutant issue is solved, although I have pollutants in my tank, right? I did this error in the past where I fix everything and then I forgot that these guys are not fixed. And then you pollute everything again. So the issue is how I'm gonna fix this. These guys fix it. Yeah, so this is fine. Really? Now, how do I fix you? You don't have pollutants, you only have carbon dioxide. I guess I don't need to worry about this for now. I was worried there was pollutant in here. There is not, so doesn't matter. So what do? I push everything from this place to this guy. This will be oxygen rich. Then I filter out the carbon dioxide back. That's an option. Also have cold night. No, that's not cold, right? This is hot actually. Yeah. And it's a problem now because this is heating up the environment. Nothing weird here? No. Everything is perfectly fine. So we're gonna print one more tank. What's insulated? Now if I put 2 it will go way too up.
Oxygen
I can
low.
put there, right?
Low pressure. Low pressure.
Yeah, I went way too low, I know. That should fix my cooling issue. Hang in there, buddy. That's fine. It's just a little hard to breathe. Imagine was going up in Everest or something. Ah, come on. Okay. Oh, that's not good.
Temperature low. Temperature critical.
Okay, okay, I made poo-poo. Close the helmet. It was like, why is it not working? I did everything I wanted to do. Now this is way too cold. Well, that's easy fixable, right? Done. Exactly as
Temperature low.
planned. I planned to do this all along. Perfect. Didn't even got scared. Not for a single second. Jeez. All I want to do is have like a stable initial base, right? Where I don't need to worry about plants dying or my oxygen running out or the plants running out of carbon dioxide. And the temperature is stable. That's all I want to do, right? So once I have a stable base, then I'm gonna expand and build big and do whatever. Okay, now I can switch my pants. My initial plan was to throw oxide in this place. So it's not growing because the pressure is too low. Yeah, I know. So I can just throw... Well, that's the last oxide I had. That's not great. There's a lot of outside. Don't have any more here either. Just need to reach 50. Okay, that's don't even need to go 50. Okay. I still have a bunch of cereals. Yeah. And then I have my extras. That's why I saved the seeds and planted fruit. So if I made something stupid enough to kill the plants, I have a way to rebuild. That's fine. Okay, so it will take some time for this to heat up again. So you're gonna have to do that same trick again. How do we do this without having to do this? Portable connector. So you guys can be... Where is the connector? It's this. So if I want to vent you out, I could put you in front of this guy, right? It's not really useful. Then you do what? You put this guy on top of this. I have no idea how this works, because I never use those guys. Of course, you're gonna be facing the worst direction possible. And you cannot interact with... why they do this in the game, man? You can't interact with the stuff, right? So there is a valve here you can't interact with because it's attached. That would make no sense. Should be able to interact regardless. So, okay. It's even more annoying when you put like this guy on top of the connector, and then you cannot use the port anymore. This guy. 0 sense. You is a little bit fat. You do pass there. Come on. Thank you. Real fast. Come on. Come on.
Low pressure. Oxygen critical.
So I should just click open, right? Instead of have to dismantle the thing. Like I did last time. Vent is open, internal atmosphere will be released. Yeah, I know. I guess that... Jesus, don't... I just want to close them. Why? Well, this is bad design. This is really bad design. Okay. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. Yeah, see? Okay, you are done. Thank you for your service. Okay, that will buy me some more hours, but I can plan my cooling. I have to run some tests with the. I'm really thinking. Easy to heat on the sun and easy to cool on the vacuum. It's just not easy to turn off. Do I need to turn off? If it heats up the same amount as it cools down, means if I just leave open, it will keep heating and cooling in a specific range, and that should be fine. But then that would not help us as a heater or as a cooler also. I want to have something that only heats and something that only cools. To only heat, I place radiators on the side of the wall. And then because the game don't allow you to rotate radiators for whatever reason, why they do this on the game, I might go with smaller radiators, because those you can place whatever. And that side is always seeing the sun. That will be a permanent heater, but then again I need to turn off. Then I just close the window or the shutter or something in front of them, but now they are cooler. Yeah, that's the thing. I could maybe leave both sides always on, so one side is always exposed to the sun and other side is always exposed to the vacuum. And from time to time I just connect both, right, which should bring up the cold side and then also cool down the hot side. That might be an idea. Yeah. Then I don't need to worry about turning them on and off. I just need to push a little bit from the cold to the hot or to the hot to the cold. That I can do with a heat exchanger pretty easily. And I can manage the pressure between both with a turbo pump, because that can push on either side. Okay, that sounds like a plan. Okay, gonna build all that. Gonna take some time to print and build everything, and then I'm back. So I guess that will be it for this one. So see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.